a recap of day one. So
Mhm.
on day one, we saw Kita play with Otaku, and
Yep.
Kita won. Then we
Kita won
saw
by 2.
Meow absolutely destroy 6-7, securing both teams into the semifinal stage. Today, we're gonna watch CRCK, which is a Vietnamese team. The only reason we're not pronouncing their full name is because we don't want to butcher their name. And then we have Average 31. The other game, Lucky Star versus BIFB, it won't be streamed today, unfortunately. It has been delayed. Because of that, we
We're only
won't
streaming
be
one game
seeing
today.
Game 2 happen. We won't see Game 2 happen today. So it's only going to be one game with your two favorite hosts. Let's take a look at CRCK's lineup here. Their players,
Yes,
which is
sir.
also a lot of Vietnamese names.
Full Vietnamese team, and they got the coconut fit going on here. That coconut swag. That's for sure.
Ka Long, Fis, Khan, uh,
That's a name.
Fam, Nekosai. Yeah, Lewis. He's Lewis, alright. Nekosaiyan and Robotray.
Interesting lineup. I do
Interesting
know these
lineup.
players. I have played in APAC and played with these players before, so I'm excited to see what they'll do here in the competitive setting. And with that, we should probably go over to the other team. Average, I believe it's which team is this? Which team is this again?
Average
Whoa.
31-year-old.
Got some interesting pictures
It's
here.
a Vietnam
Anyway,
versus Korea right now.
really?
Vegeta Ryan.
Oh, it is
the
Vegeta Ryan.
Uma Musume. The Uma Musume team we saw from season 1 is back here again. And this time they're facing Lewis.
Nice.
We have Chobby, CW, Velo, Ryan, Sewo, Hirobi, and the Korean name that I cannot pronounce, unfortunately. So let's have a look at head to head, player head to head, stats from the group stage.
Oh,
Two best players from each team.
that's
First
interesting.
impressions, Sniper.
Chobi has quite a bit more damage per round. Now, just because, and I think the big thing is the KDA is the big thing to look at. Most because of the fact that if the Ming and the Flavia player is the one with the massive KDA, who knows? It might be like bloated due to group stage. But what we're seeing right now is what we get. So right now, Chobi does have advantage on attack, simply because of the fact that he is leading the attacker's side and is the one that's going in as the Ming. And if he has a higher KDA than the other team right now, like a single-handed at KDA, he should be able to get first picks a lot more often, and therefore start these rounds off with a bang, which should snowball. But who knows? Who knows? Other things can happen because, again, just because your Ming is strong doesn't mean the rest of the team is strong as well.
It all depends on the team coordination. I mean, that's how we saw Meow destroy 6-7 yesterday.
Yes, sir.
So let's take a look at the map veto, the map picks from both teams. Windy Town and Ocarnis got banned. And then Average 31-year-old picked base 404 while CRCK chose defense. Then CRCK chose Space Lab and Average 31-year-old chose defense. Then they banned Area 88 and Kashi Street, making the decider map Cosmite.
A lot of these decider maps are really going to Cosmite right now. That's very interesting here. And so far, I believe most of the matches that we've had base 404 as the very first map pick, as everyone else is currently just banning Area 88 and Orcanis like it's like it's nothing. But we'll have to see how they play base 404 because these are, again, two different teams compared to yesterday. So they might play these maps completely differently from what we've seen so far.
For base 404 to be a very compact map, it will really allow both teams to shine. But I feel like it's lining more in favor of average 31-year-old, as we've seen their head-to-head, right? They had deal more damage. They pack more of a punch. And I feel like putting members into a closed corner here make them an easy target. They can't really hide anywhere unless they bring a Leona into this. But bringing a Leona into base 404 sounds strong. I haven't seen that happen in this tournament yet, but I've definitely seen them played in ranked matches.
Yes, sir. And understanding that, we're definitely gonna start very soon. Well, hopefully, we're still waiting for a couple people from, I believe, CRCK to join the lobby, and then we'll get started as soon as possible.
As soon
Other
as
than that,
possible.
so far for these map picks specifically, is we're going to be seeing a bunch of standard maps, at least for the first two games, with not Cosmite, with Space Lab and 404, very standard maps to often see in strinova tournaments. I don't think I have seen a lot of other tournament gameplay that goes away from 404 or Space Lab. Those two are very often normally picked in terms of the first two maps, and then the decider is going to be the wildcard map. But regardless, it's going to give us a very good insight into how these two teams play, as these two maps do take a lot of the fundamentals of strinova in order to master correctly. 404, especially with its close range fighting, and Space Lab with its individual defense prowess, essentially. But that's the case. We're going to be waiting a little bit longer, so we can kind of discuss a couple of things going into this, since they've, I should probably discuss Cosmite too, because they are picking that thing for the decider every single time. I'm not actually personally sure as to why it's being picked over and over and over again for the decider, because there's a lot of other maps that can also be picked for the decider, but it just seems that everyone so far just as Cosmite as their favorite, the one that they're most used to. Then again, the supposed initial
Cosmite
like
is fairly unpredictable, and I feel
mean,
like
it depends
I feel like we
depends
haven't
on who's
seen
playing.
much Cosmite.
It
Okay,
really
that is
depends on
true.
who is playing, because so far most of the time that we've that you see Cosmite in tournaments, it's very standard. It's very one track. To be more accurate, you're going to see a double sniper or a double marksman team composition. There is the very rare situation like we saw last Ayatori Cup, where we did see a non-Ming team composition that was able to completely sweep house. But that is a very rare situation, and considering it was a CN team that did play it, I'm not sure if we're going to see something like that here. But who knows? Again, we haven't really seen all the teams yet fully play, so especially on Cosmite. So if one of these teams whips out a completely different team composition for Cosmite, or really any other decider map, that would be very fun and interesting to watch. I would be very excited to see that happen. But so far, we've been seeing very standard picks, very standard team compositions. Not much to specifically know, but individual play has shaped up to be better than last tournament, which is very nice to see too. I think the main thing that I'm surprised with is the amount of alarms being used.
Oh yeah,
that is a very
that is
surprising
hilarious to see. But the thing is,
thing.
alarms have been foiling many of the many of their plans. Right?
It feels
It's
that way, but I remember looking at the VOD before, and most of the stuff that the attackers wanted to do when they tripped the alarms was already in effect anyway, so the alarm essentially like only did a slow for like a couple seconds, and that's it. But if you look at the rotations too, it might have worked, it might have helped, but realistically speaking, I don't personally see the use in it whatsoever. I don't think I've seen CN tournaments use it that much. I mean, maybe a couple, but not like a crap ton. So it's a bit interesting to see all this happen, unfold right in front of your eyes.
I think
I just feel like it's more important.
Psychological damage.
I mean, in tournament play, psychological damage is the least of your worries at the moment. because like if you get slowed by alarms and stuff like that, but if they don't have like another piece of utility to like actually punish you, then what's the point of it? And then if you're running like 5 to 4 alarms on like defense side, how are you gonna stop and punish the en masse of 5 people running at your face? It's very hard to do that. Stop that from happening, because if you do have an alarm, you could probably try to like, I don't know, you could probably try to win nade or nade them, but otherwise they're still there ready to push out. And that, even though that 10% slow is a thing, all the attackers need to do is place a bit of util in their face, like a smoke or something like that, and they can get onto site pretty easily. And even if like you like the defenders are trying to hold a site and attack decides to rotate, if anything, you just send one guy to anchor, and you don't even need an alarm at that point. And that one anchor can simply use both of their util as well. They can just use an ink nade, a nade, or an interceptor, and completely stop it from happening instead of just using an alarm. For I suppose a 10% slow, that's definitely going to help against the Ming Orb.
No, it's not.
So yeah, you see the disconnect I have when looking at all this so far. There is use for alarms. I cannot deny that whatsoever. I'm just a bit confused as to why like there's a lot more alarms than normal. Because realistically, all you need is like 1 or 2 alarms, and that's it.
1 or 2, yeah. You don't need any more than 2 alarms. But 5 people running alarm is surprising.
It's a bit too, and I think
like the
thing is too,
stack?
we
like
no, they don't stack. They don't stack slows.
Exactly. So like there is literally no point.
And another thing too that I did notice in VODs, as in the VOD as well, as people just weren't looking for early info, so that is something to note there. They throwing alarms to like supposedly try to get like faster rotates, but I was looking at them, they were just playing in the same positions as before, so they could have just played early info and just never needed the alarm in the first place. Anyway, we're going into the game right now, right here. CRCN, or I believe CRCK.
CRCK
is going to be
defense.
Very standard defensive comp, double controller, I believe, with that Yvette and the Yugiri. Very nice, very good, especially with 2 SMGs on 404. That is a good thing to see. Looking at average 31, they're going to be running... it seems that there is a solidified meta for this map, I'm not going to lie. It seems to be a very solidified meta for attack.
Very standard meta as well. Meredith
Ica
is a solid choice on base 404.
Meredith Ica. So it seems that the meta has been to figure out how to get onto site. Meredith is going to allow you to get onto site. Ica will allow you to hold it. And you have a piece of sustain with you, like the Celestia or the Fragrance, in order to keep up the fight or hold the angles. Fragrance is better at holding the line. Celestia is better at getting onto site. It just depends on how your team plays in order to choose which sustainer to help your team actually do that win con correctly. Now, going into this very first round of this match here, Average 31 are going to be looking to... It's interesting what they're doing here. It might be a fake A to Ica and to a B hit, but it's probably going to be a mid-A split. And it seems that CRCK have just left B open for now. Now we have someone on the line to look at for early info. But it seems to be a very slow first round, very different compared to the other games we've had so far yesterday. Early knife to look for Neko Cyan. He is spotted. Siwu is going to push up for info to try to find where that Michelle turret is. It is in the standard spot. Siwu just can't see it yet. He can't really shoot it without getting punished as hard, as the rest of the team are going to make their way towards A for the actual hit. Snail has been depleted. There's not a lot of snail juice. The tank, they do have, it is regenerating though, so they do need to hit. Here is the hit so far. And CRCK doing pretty well. The Bear Ice is on the ground, pushing the rest of Average 31 onto site. Seems that Khan is in a bit of a pinch, but he does have his team with him. Here comes the push, here comes the supposed trace. No kills so far. There's the smoke. No smoke by Siwu, getting a lot of damage and scans through it, and Bilo is there to pick it up. Now it's a 2v2. It seems that a flank has just happened, and it is going to work out so far for CRCK. Now it's just a 1v2. It seems that Measure Ryan has won the 1v1, and that is the decider of this round. Average 31 going up a single round on their attack half is a very close, very close round there, considering how long it took for Average 31 to actually take back site and start getting kills back site. But CRCK just unfortunately went a little bit too far, stepped up a little bit too far up the smoke, and Siwoo was able to capitalize that. Velo was just there for the slam dunk. Going into round 2, same defensive setup we see from CRCK. And Average 31 seemed to be doing around the same strat as before. It seems to be a fake Celestia onto B to return to mid and start applying mid pressure. Mid pressure seems to be a very good thing on this map. I don't think it's been a while since we've seen this much like slow mid pressure before. The entire idea is just to stall and just make sure that all the utils gets used. Yep. Trying to make sure to get all this util out before the actual run-in.
It's a very good play.
Damu is waiting for any sort of push coming his way, but it seems that Average 31 decided not to. Ziyu, smoke out. As well as the interceptor. Here comes the push right onto B. There goes the Mingor, but Fizz stays alive. He's back sight as we speak. Meredith Q going out. Fizz is holding the line on the backside. There's the Ica cage. But they can't get backside. Yeah, but oh, there's a kill right onto Khan. Trobi gets traded in return. Like happening onto site. Jamu is looking for a kill. Unfortunately had to queue out, and now it seems that CRCK is stuck back sight. Average 31 have them on a crossfire. They have the HP advantage. Very shortly had a numbers disadvantage, but it should be all fine. Blue cage up, down on the field. Trades trying to go out, but it seems that CRCK are unable to find any kills on them. Fortunately for them, Average 31 are starting to widen the lead by 2 so far, even if it's the early rounds. But the biggest thing to note here is that look at Measure Orion and Velo, 2 of the most powerful ultimates right now are online. Both the Sand Tomb and the Firestorms are available to them. So if they can divvy these 2 ultimates up correctly, or if they just want to blast both of them for a guaranteed win, they can choose to do so. Compared to CRCK, which have to find a kill on, I believe, 2 people here. Fizz and Shamuk can find kills here to blast their ultimates in return. But that's a bit hard considering that this is 404. Now, it seems to be a mid B hit this time as we see Siwoo and Trobi start to move up onto B. Inknate to stall any supposed push. Siwoo is the only one there though, so push isn't there. There's an Inknate wasted. Unfortunately, both controllers right now from CRCK are currently back sight, and well, it's kind of all up to Khan, who is currently backside B, looking for any sign of a push, but he just doesn't see anything. It's just too far, and Khan is about to get beamed down from Measure Orion. Still lives with his A1, but his time is limited. The cage is up. He dies to the cage. I believe, yes, it seems that Average 31 have decided to pull down both of their ultimates. Both the Sand Tomb and the Firestorms are used. Interesting, Sand Tomb though, heavy backside pressure, and it's forcing the entirety of CRCK to move into the hut area and push on the flank here. Hopefully CW can see this happen, but the crossfire is live, and it's a very easy and swift cleanup from Average 31. They're making this look very easy so far. But now there is 2 ultimates up. CRCK are up a Venoforma and up a Phantom Flutter. Average 31 do have their tank ults this round. They do have Field Surge and Stargate online. So it is possible for them to win this round, regardless of the Venoforma and the Phantom Flutter. They just need to be a bit careful that the other members, that isn't the Ming and the Celestia, don't get targeted by quite literally anyone, because they are going to be extremely fragile for this round. The change in the defensive setup from CRCK, it seems that the event has decided to go on to be a bit of poke going throughout mid. Nothing too crazy though. Ica, Velo, oh, wait a minute, that was fast. CRCK, Shabuk is gone. There, Velo just pushing up. He doesn't care anymore. Ignited on the ground, but he still finds one. Flamethrower to the base. Gets the trade, though. No reses, though. so far, and Velo is in a position to get res. Ice is on the ground. Got a shield bubble available for him. But doesn't seem he's going to get res. Currently a 3v4, but Average 3-1 are sitting pretty here as they're able to clean up very cleanly. Nekusian Cyan was able to get a single kill, not able to confirm it though, unfortunately. Another round. This is a 4-0 so far for Average 31. CRCK need to find their bearings. They can do this round with 5 ultimates. The question is, how many ultimates are they willing to sacrifice in order to get a singular round? Or can they use 1 or 2 ultimates to start snowballing back into the game? Maybe bring this to a 4-4, maybe bring it to even a 5-3 if possible.
演出马上就要开始了，
build up momentum,
各位
right?
准备好了吗
What's lacking is their momentum. They've completely lost their footing here.
？3、2、
And
1，
their ultimate, they need to utilize it in a way that would slow down their pushes, because the way they're evening out their pressure.
Oh, Shamuk. Cage.
Chamo going.
Velo is looking for a kill, but Chamuk was able to find the beam. Looks for the nade, isn't able to confirm the kill though. But Chamuk pops the Phantom Flutter. He does not want this Aika to survive. He's gonna sit pretty in his Phantom Flutter. Actually, he looks for someone else. Siwu for more, and there is the guarantee. Chamuk is still here. No more Phantom Flutter, no more Q, but he needs his team to help him, and yes, they are. There is the Mighty Meow. Benda Forma is used. 3 ultimates used so far by CRCK. Do they need to use more? It doesn't seem that they need to. 3 ultimates for a round here. Pretty good, pretty good here. Unfortunately, Chamuk does get headed in the wait, this is possibly losable. Probably not though.
信念不倒，一切就还有希
Cyan
望
was。able to get a very long flank, but it did pay off in the end. 4-1. CRCK do have a method in, but since they used 3 ultimates last round, they can only work with 2 this round, and the rest of them are going to have to cycle for the next 2 rounds when they get used again. It's a bit unfortunate.
They're saving that Nobunaga ultimate for the Sand ultimate.
For the Sand Tomb, very likely.
They did alright.
Unfortunately, ever since the EMP
演出
nerf,
马上就要开
it's
始
a bit
了，
harder to utilize the
准备好了吗？
Noble ult, the EMP specifically for it.
4、
So honestly,
3、
it's only really a soft counter to Sand Tomb now.
Then
But
how would
anywho,
you
average
use
31.
his ult here? Okay.
You could deny Firestorm, which is probably the more important thing to deny here. Jamuk getting a lot of damage onto Siwu. Siwu has to get his HP back up if possible. But no fraggers on the team means that only Celestia going to be supposedly a fake. Rotating back to mid. Average 31 have lost a lot of HP to all this poke fighting and haven't really found anything as a result. So the plan now is going to be going towards B. And there is the bear. The smokes are getting used. CW looks for a free beam, and yes, he is getting quite a bit. It pushes Chamuk all the way back. Ice is out, but without anyone to utilize the ice, this ice is going to get wasted. Kong has to back up as well. This Ica Cage and this Meredith Fuse are doing wonders. Ice is still here, but it's only a matter of time till it runs out. Here's the MP, here's the Sand Tomb, and here is the Frostfall. Scan inside of the Meredith Tomb here. Lon is still alive though. EMP is doing its job. No one can use any of their ultimates. No Shield Surge available. No Firestorm available either. Perfect use of that EMP to completely deny Firestorm inside of the Meredith ult to confirm the round. Well done, Khan.
That ult there. That is exactly what I was in my mind, and they played it perfectly around here.
Now here's the actual problem so far. Since
don't have
no one on,
anything,
yeah, CRCK couldn't find multiple kills on a single player, so they can't really cycle any big ultimates whatsoever for the next upcoming 2 rounds. So now it is fully up to Average 31 to utilize theirs in order to win these next 2. And because of that fact,
is Velo right now. Velo and
演出马上就要开始了，
Yep, CW is doing a lot of damage himself. Is what's giving these first picks away from CRCK to average 31 here. Standard mid hit. Definite change, as we can see from CRCK's defensive lineup. It's only the Yvettes at B. Ice is going to get placed very early time around. Let's see what happens here. They are going to rotate to A. It seems that
on one.
it's a bit of a problem here. It seems that average 31 are going to be trying to bait an A hit to go to B here. They're testing the waters just to make sure, but they don't have enough information to make sure, so they're just making a guess. And the guess is good. Supposedly it's a B hit, but CW still thinking otherwise. He's still holding the A area so far. He does hear the Michelle. Does not hear the Flavia, though. The Flavia's going to be safe from the... Oh, never mind. I stand completely corrected. Now is all up for Chambuk to get an early pick. If he can. Can he find it? No, he can't. Blue Flame goes through, and the sight hit is alive. Ice down on the ground. Khan is already moving in, if possible, to find some supposed pick. Firestorm getting used, but Velo immediately confirmed by Khan. Evening up the odds for CRCK. The bomb carrier is down as well. Khan's getting pushed away. There's a trade. Siwoo and CW are looking for kills, but they're spotted by the A2 Nobu pylons. Currently a 3v2 situation. CW looking for any sort of free pick, but CRCK are all together. They're all looking for something. The knife does spot Khan. He tries to go away if possible, but this Yugiri sail is slowly tapping away at CW and Seaweed. They have to get onto site. I guess use a heal nade. I guess they are able to plant the bomb though, so we're going into a post-plant scenario. 3v2, CW and Siwoo versus the rest of CRCK. Good Ming Orb coming out from CW. Yeah, they even have themselves a Stealth Master. There's the A2 pylon. Oh, Khan misses the jump. Good thing that Siwoo didn't do anything here. Here comes a crossfire. Siwoo finds one. What did CW find? Shield searchers popped. Currently a 1v1. CW is looking, trying to find where Khan is. Khan goes in with the flamethrower. CW looking for the kill. CW is staying alive. If possible, the flamethrower is right behind him. Is it enough time? I believe
there
is
enough time.
Oh, is it? Oh yeah, it is enough time. CRCK are able to make this a 4-3 by the skin of their teeth. Skin of their teeth. Yeah.
Hit of their teeth.
Yes, sir. Able to make that as close as possible, and now because of that win, they are now up 2 ultimates, which is very good for this final round. They can tie this up 4-4 with this EMP and Mighty Meow. Only problem is that Chambuk doesn't initially have his Phantom Flutter. He does need to get the green orb in order to guarantee it or find a kill. But that is hard to get with A2 here. We'll see what happens.
I think Chambuk's gonna go for an aggressive play here. His positioning is directly close to mid. Maybe try to play another smart, sneaky play.
What a spread. This is a very interesting. So Chambuk looking for any sort of early peek. He's moving into mid, and he finds Alonzo Siwoo. Has the A2 out. The cage is out. But it's a 4v2. Velo doesn't know. He does find one. Velo finds 2. What in the world? Icon just kills 2 right off rip. And it seems that average 31 are going to snowball this right into a 5-3 under attack half. EMP is popped, and there's only so much you can do when there's only 2 people against 5. 5-3. Average 31 sitting pretty for their attack half.
The bait, and they bit like sharks. That was an excellent half from average 31-year-old.
Yes, sir.
Looking into the lineups of the second half, we're looking at an overall mirror pick here. Except we see Amara.
There's a Mara
is really good for this map.
Mara instead of the Ica. Now the difference maker here is that there's less AoE CC on the side for average 31, and they favor full run it down. They want to hit hard, hit fast, find the initial pick before the defense can find their footing, and possibly snowball.
Here, they're making full use of what they do best, and that is dealing damage.
演出马上就要开始啦，各位准备
Together,
好了吗
of？course.
5、
Together, oh my god. Anime.
Together.
2、
Anime with the power.
Power of friendship, bro.
They're going
Bro,
mid.
looking for early info, early claw. Doesn't really do anything for
And
them,
they just run it down.
unfortunately.
They just run
Here's a
it
full
down.
run. Interceptor's getting you. CW has to get away. It's going to... CW immediately down. Now it is a 5v4. Average 31 are reeling from that one. The Michelle cannot get... Oh, the Michelle can get res. It is going to be a 5v5. The ice is on the ground. Khan looking for a claw. Doesn't find anything whatsoever. Troby tries to find Khan. Khan put on 2 HP. Still alive, but he's the only one back sight. 2 HP in the dream. Tries to get away, but immediately gets beamed. Currently a 5v3 in favor for Average 31. Unfortunately, it seems... Wait, it is possible. It is still possible for CRC
战
Camp
斗
to
区
win
被
this.
击倒了。
Unfortunately, the rest were not able to clutch up. Average 31 moving on again, 6-3, widening the lead from before. Very good play at the start from CRCK. Unfortunately, they were not able to confirm the Michelle to actually be up numbers. The first part of their game plan
They
worked.
can't
The second
sustain their
and third part didn't work.
ability well, though. Like, you do
Unfortunately,
notice
that's what it was.
Yeah, you do
Yeah,
notice that all
Khan
their
missed
characters-
Khan missed quite a bit of
演
his
出马上就要开
flaws.
始啦，
What I
各位
saw.
准备好了吗？
It's a bit
That's
unfortunate as a
true.
Mara.
5、4、
The thing is, they're a pretty one-off comp, right? If they don't land their abilities, they have to stand still. Otherwise, they will get. Otherwise, they just have to play CS:GO.
CW looking for a kill, knows exactly what's happening. He doesn't want the same situation as before, but Velo is ready. Velo is looking to escape if possible, gets hit down again, but Khan gets traded. That's not what you want to see as CRCK though. 4v4 so far. Most of the team is still intact. Massive nade, a lot of damage right onto Mecha Cyan and Chamuk here. This is a big problem, but there is an available crossfire. A lot of damage to Troby, currently a 4v3. There goes the Yugiri. Measure Ryan is down. There's the snowball. Troby falls as well. Currently a 3v2. C-Will finally falls. CW's the only one left. A lot of damage. Some good heroics, but not enough to confirm any more kills here. 6-4. CRCK finally finding some footing here. Getting more kills after the first, which is what their team comp specializes at. We have to see how much they can utilize it though with this Meredith full.
Diverse amount of angles here. You know, like Chobi couldn't really find nowhere to shoot because no matter where he looked, he was being railed down from the other side.
5、
He couldn't join any team fight, and in the end, they got trapped down here in mid, and they got cleaned up one by one.
It's gonna be an early
This time
B
they're going to
hit.
go for a
The alarm is triggered. Velo's gonna get hit. Actually, no, it's not Velo. It is CW that gets hit by the claw. Khan is not looking for the orb person though, the orb player. They are on site, but Ice is on the ground, but the Ice is in a very not really suitable position for a supposed fight. Oh, but Chamuk is just running in. He does get killed. There's Ice on the ground, but Khan is there to clean up. Siwoo is gone. Gonna be a 5v2 situation after this res goes out. Measure Ryan and CW are reeling for it. CW is scanned. He is orbed. There's not much he can do. He does have Measure Ryan support, but there's only so much that Measure Ryan can do. He is put down to half HP. He gets swung. He gets taken down. CW does find one, but now he's placed in the 1v3. The bomb is ticking half away to detonating here. CW is looking for a 1v1 Chamuk. Unfortunately, not able to find the beam against that flamethrower. 6-5, it shall be. Average 31 is still trying to figure out what to do here against this team composition. They are reeling from these Mara orbs. They are reeling from these well-placed ultimates that they're getting hit by. And the most importantly, they're getting rushed down too fast. One person falls too quickly, which is not what you want to see if you're fighting a team comp like this.
5
This time they're going A side where Nobunaga is. He's a very tanky individual.
，Go！
So they will have trouble
Siwu knows.
killing him off.
Found the early info. The rest of the team is going to be rushing over. CRCK is looking to hard rush yet again. Chamuk is looking for the jump up. No confirmation though. Looking for anyone downstairs. Yes, he does. 1v1 between the Ming and the Flavia. But it seems that the Phantom Flutter is going to get forced out as Chamuk finds a lot of damage onto Troby. The round slows down, but look at Louis, look at look at Fam here. He is literally in the back line right now. Does he get an instant beam? Yes, he does, but is it enough to kill? Yes, he does. Siwu is down, and there's the one against the Flavia as well. Shield surges pop. CW is looking for any sort of kill. He gets scanned. He's gonna get pushed back into Cubby. Chamuk and the rest of the team are looking for Measure Ryan and CW. If possible, they do find CW. Velo is reeling for his life back into spawn. Measure Ryan's looking for something as well. Velo can't really do much in this situation.
一切就还有希望。
What an attack half going out from CRCK. They're doing wonders so far. They are now tied up fully. They're making this as hard as possible for Average 31 to get their bearings here. Wasted the Phantom Flutter, unfortunately, for Average 31 as well. They are reeling from that one. 3 ultimates were popped, though, from CRCK. They are ultless this round. EMP, Mighty Meow Blast, and Frostfall available for Average 31. They can start to pull it back. I think what Average 31 need to do is figure out where CRCK is heading, where they're looking to end up for the fight, and then completely leave it, and then look for the retake. They are better off with retake scenarios than they are with head-on fights, because they have ice, they have snails, they even have ultimates this round. They need to get CRCK to plant that bomb and put themselves in a bad situation here. Running it down is the priority of CRCK, and that's what they're doing yet again with all of these shield barriers. They stay alive, though. Average 31 is still here. Troby gets pushed back a little bit, but he's going to be fine. Now here is the situation that Average 31 wants to see, but the problem is the bear is gone. Frostfall has to be extended in its place. Troby gets a lot of damage, but immediately beamed. Unfortunate for him and Measure Ryan as well. Siwu CW get pushed down. Below down on the ground, gets a 1v1. Unfortunately, not able to find much, but here is Siwu looking for as many kills as possible. Able to find 2, has to reload, because finds a lot of headshots. Almost able to clutch it up, but unfortunately for him, Chamuk was able to find the beam during that jump, able to land the bullets, able to land the RNG, finishing up the round.
Securing their first lead. First round they've gotten a lead in this match.
Now,
Really
EMP
picked up the
versus
pace.
EMP going to be versing the Sand Tomb this round if possible.
演出
But
马
I
上就
think
要
they're
开
going to
始
hold
了
it this round.
各位准备好了吗？
You're going to have
Oh,
to.
judging by
what
how
happens.
they're judging by the plan on rushing B side, I feel like they'll definitely use their ultimate here.
Maybe. The problem is EMP is up, and now the problem is so far Vito isn't really getting good ice down. He is putting them on the entrances, as you see here. He's putting the bear in essentially places where, well, the fight isn't going to happen, and that is kind of making this a bit hard for simply put for average G1 to actually fight this. But look at this! Oh my god! CRCK had decided to rush into mid to find the easy Michelle pick onto CW. They're gonna go right into A. For free, Chamuk with the shield barrier, making sure he's fine, but the A3, Siwu gets the 1v1, but Chamuk is able to find the beam right into his face. A1 isn't going to save him. Bomb is planted. Chamuk is hunting for more. He finds Vito, confirms the kill with the flamethrower. What more can he find? He is looking for blood. Look at that. Chamuk running people over. The rest of his team following in his wake, cleaning up the mess. And now we're going to gain points for CRCK. They had such a rough defensive half, but look at their attack half. Their attack half is explosive. Their attack half is absolutely calculated, and it is very adaptable as well, as we saw last round, as they were able to find and single out the one person who was alone, rush them over, and play 5v4 with the way that their team comp is supposed to be played in the first place. They're doing it extremely well. Can they do it for one more round? With only a Grim Reaper to use here from Khan. Now, Velo actually changing the bear up. Velo gets hit by the claw, but thankfully not much more given though. Velo, it's up to Velo here as he charges that bear into backside. There goes Lewin. Bam is down. A lot of damage. Chambu, he gets killed as well. It seems that this cleanup is inevitable from Average 31. Only one left, trying to get res, but instant crunch confirms it 7-8. What a rough round for CRCK, and now they have to fight a fully powered up Average 31 with full ultimates to their name. They can bring this to overtime if possible, or will CRCK somehow fully clutch it out, find early picks, find that early lead, and completely change our expectations going into the next match rather.
I mean, if they really want to make an impact in this round, they have to rush in quick and kill before they put down their ultimate, which is very less likely to happen.
Instant push. CW sees it coming. He gets blinded. There's the smoke. There's the reveal. There's the claw. There's a lot of you two. Your blind's getting used as well. They're rushing in like a storm, like a tsunami. But here is the other push coming in. The re-push. There goes the bend up forma. There goes a pick right into Fist. Now it is a 4v3. A bunch of ultimates being used. Phantom Flutter, bend up forma, Mighty Meow. Maybe even a Frostball, no MP, but that doesn't matter when it's a 5v2. There's going to be some insane heroics coming in, and Chambo can find literally anything. Unfortunately, not for him. It's only Khan left, and he can't really do much in a 1v5, even as a Mara with A3. They don't find him on B. And here comes the fight, the 1v1 between Joby and Khan. Can't really shoot his gun here, but look how low they are. He can't find the orb. He gets crunched. It's over. Overtime it is for this first game. Wow. I'm getting a tissue.
Overtime, CRCK is back to defense, which is their weakest point right now. Oh yeah, don't mess with that.
All right. Sides have been swapped. Average 31. Gonna be on their attack cap yet again.
Weirdly, they're going for a full A hit.
And look who's not there. And Khan isn't there. He has A2, not A3, so the rotate's gonna be very long for him. They do use that narrative Q just in case to see if they do have the A3, but I mean, if they were reading, they probably would have known. Fortunately, it is what it is. Ice is on the ground. It's in pretty good spots, but no one's utilizing it yet. But here comes the oh no, Tabu! But there's a trade, but oh my god, instant trade back as well. Trade into trade. Measure Ryan getting run over. There's the blind as well. Fan versus Measure Ryan. What happened right there? What in the world? It seems that Vila was able to just run people over with the rest of his team as Measure Ryan was getting chased into A main there. And instant cleanup. No ice to help. No ice to help CRCK for that one. And now Average 31 going up onto advantage for this next one. They might be able to win this game. Yes, sir.
Or we might see another overtime.
We'll have to see. Let's see. Well, he does have his A3, so he will be fine. A will be fine, rather. But the problem is that it's a mid hit yet again. You would think that they would change the strat here going into this, if possible. But look at that. They completely stopped the supposed mid push. Now it's Jovi's turn to get hit here. Team is here, however. Bam and Khan backing off as well. CW is still holding. Mid is at a standstill. They're waiting for the snails to drop. Now, where did they decide to hit is the problem here.
They don't see Velo.
No info. Claw gets used. It's a fake on right here. Uh-oh. Blind, but Measure Ryan blinds himself right into the flamethrower. But there's the trade. Siwoo able to find the kill. Now, let's see what happens here. Oh, bomb is down. Khan gets hit on the entry. Siwoo is looking for damage on the crossfire. CW is moving up as well. Currently a 5v3, but there's Velo. He gets taken down, but the rest are here. The crossfire is there, and there is your first game. Average 31, doing extremely well on their defensive half for that overtime when they needed it the most. Good on them, but CRCK very close behind, made that attacker's side really strong. Now the question is, was it a map pick or was it team dynamics? We'll have to see on that next game coming up. We're gonna have to check the I believe the stats if possible. Otherwise we'll be going to a 10-minute break very soon.
Later. The stats will come out later. We can just talk about the game.
Okay, understandable. Now, the biggest difference between these two teams in terms of how they played was the methodology behind their attack half. We obviously saw that their attack halves were very, very different. Average 31. Sorry, one sec. They're looking for a very methodical and slow-paced attack. They were staying mid. They're looking for any sort of weakness, any sort of information that they can gather in order to make sure they can attack the weaker side of the map fast and strong, while the rest are at the other side of the map. Whereas, as we saw with CRCK, their attack is hit hard, hit fast, don't let defense breathe, make sure to play up 5v4 at the very least, and make sure to win those ones. It worked very well.
You know?
Yeah, it worked very well for them because of the fact that the Mara pick was there. Now, the thing is, it would work with an Ica pick as well, but it wouldn't be as strong. And the reason why is because you want that first pick potential.
You wouldn't get as much info.
The info isn't the problem, it's the first pick. You want the first pick. Ica is not strong as Mara for that first pick right there, because it is almost over if you get hit by a Ming Orb and a Mara Q at the same time on a run-in, compared to, say, a Ming Orb and an Ica cage. I mean, you could still survive getting out of both, but getting hit by a Mara Orb is a completely different story. That is two massive slows right into your face, especially when there might be an A2 knife heading your way as well. It is not something that you want to have as a defender, and then you have to instantly back off and take space. But the thing is, you can do it with Ica. You can still do it with Ica, because Ica can just run in and kill the guy that's papering away. Oh, I believe we have the stats here. Stats are ready. We're going to go ahead and see them.
Match stats ready.
There you go. Going into this match right here. 240 ACS coming in from CW. It's very much expected considering what we saw of his stats from the group stage here. And we see very relatively accurate stats as well for Chamuk as well. Now, the thing is, too, that it makes more sense now as to why his damage isn't as great as CW's, because of the fact that Average 31 are looking to play compositions that have AoE prowess with the Ica and the Meredith. So it is a lot more on CW in order to find these early picks and get that early damage. Whereas CRCK are very, very rush heavy. So a lot of the time they're going to be doing these 5v4 fights, these supposed full rushes. And because of that, with Khan on their team with that Mara there, a lot of the damage is going to be spread out a lot more than normal, especially with Chamuk and Khan, as we see here with 166 on Chamuk and Khan having 148. Now, it's not as much as what average 31 have. Look at the average damage score that they have. Their most is 240. Their mid-range is 173. That is a lot. It's a lot of damage for them. CRCK not getting as much as them, but it's more evened out. So if they just play their hard rushes correctly, they don't need to deal with these supposed 5v5s, and they don't need to deal with the supposed forced 1v1s that would give average 31 the advantage in the supposed upcoming fights after the first push.
It's
now
time to look at the MVP.
Oh yeah, here we have the MVP here. Going into this, I don't know if we should be surprised or not, as the MVP is going. Oh, look at that! It's
It's
I believe that's CW. So CW, unsurprisingly, with the statistics that we've been given before the match so far, in the group stage, it's unsurprising to us that CW is going to be the MVP with this much damage on the board in this game. He has died quite a bit, but that's par in the course when playing a Ming. You do have to go in, you do have to take the bullets, and you will die doing so. But getting these early picks so far from CW it's really doing his team a favor and really relieving a lot of the pressure of playing attack. So good on you, CW. Let's see if he can keep it up next game here. Now, I believe we're going to be going into a 10-minute break, so we'll be
having a
seeing you.
10-minute break.
Yes, sir. So we'll be.
Welcome back, everybody, to Ayatori Strinova series season 2. It is your host Snowy, joined by Kiers to watch Kumrang Chaihet play against average 31-year-old
Real.
Kiers.
And we're going to go into map 2 here. It's going to be Space Lab. Now, here's the thing about Space Lab. You can run Ica on this map, but I'm not expecting Average 31 to run Ica. They're probably going to do a more normal narrative, maybe even double sustain. Who knows? I don't even know if they have a sniper player. There's a chance that they have a sniper player on their team. In fact, I'm going to check right now. Surely they have a sniper player somewhere. Siwoo has played sniper before.
Kokonas. I mean,
yeah. CW,
Vietnamese
nope.
team is full of Kokonas.
Chobi, nope. Elo, nope. There's only one supposed sniper on their team. It's Siwoo, but I'm not expecting them to play sniper. So this is the first time in a while I've personally seen that there is no sniper. So that is going to be very interesting to watch. I mean, we did just watch a 404 without sniper. We're probably going to watch a Space Lab without sniper. That's going to be very nice to watch. Now, I believe we're almost ready here. We are going to be stalled for a little bit longer, but we should be fine. So, considering what we did see last game, it's very likely that CRCK do actually have advantage on this map a little bit more than Average 31, as even though you can win nade the hard rush, if you somehow mess it up, or if CRCK are able to place really good interceptors, well, the hard rush is going to be guaranteed regardless, and we've already seen that CRCK is good at hard rush. So, if anything, it's all up to CRCK if they can make this attack half count. If they can make it count, if they can get this to 6-2, 5-3, then they are in luck because they don't need to worry too much about their defense half, especially since they are playing attack
hard
first.
rushing is going to be very weird now. Don't you think so?
It's not weird in the same sense, because if you do place good interceptors, the win nades can't do anything. Now, the question is, does CRCK know good interceptor spots? Do they know the optimal places to slam interceptors down to completely deny the scenarios here? Now, I'm not sure what's happening.
We got jump scared, but that's okay.
We did get jump scared, so I believe they're gonna come back.
Okay, we're still preparing for game 2 here.
Oh,
First point obviously went to average 31-year-old.
understandable. Strinova pooped on itself, so it is gonna be delayed. So for a little longer here. Now, considering what we see on how Space Lab is played, it's very likely for the defense half you're going to be seeing probably not a Yvette. I would believe that Yvette isn't going to be played on the side of Average 31.
I don't think Yvette's
compared to
gonna
before?
be played, but
There might be a
Markson is
painter.
Definitely necessary.
There might be a painter. There's a chance that there is a painter, and there's a painter. I'm gonna laugh because it's gonna be really funny to watch CRCK rush into mid, get ulted by Madeline, and then they just simply can't do anything because it's the space room.
I mean, unless they bring in a Galati and just
That is unlikely. I don't think any of them actually play Gala. Doesn't look like it.
I mean, only one person. I've only seen a single person's profile that plays Galatia, and that would be Siwoo, with a 70% win rate. Not as high as their Flavia.
That's interesting to note. That's definitely interesting to know. Oh, and we seems that we have to go to a new room. We have to see that very shortly. Hopefully. Hopefully. Wait, hold on. I think. Wait, hold on. I got the code. I got the code. Don't worry about
You got the code.
Wait. Actually, no. I don't got the code. Wait. Show the room code.
Got the code. We got the code.
I
We
need
got
to
the
show the
launch
room
codes.
code. I need to know the launch codes. Surely.
I can just invite
do I
you.
have-
Wait.
Wait, can't I? Oh yeah, I can. Okay. All good. Don't worry. I'm playing.
Okay.
Just kidding.
I mean, if you had to join a team, which team would you join in Ayatori?
I don't know. I should
mean,
play.
amongst Komurong.
I'm gonna
Komsong.
play.
Okay.
Play with Ayu's team because Ayu just beat #1 CM.
I mean, no.
Yeah, sure.
In this current match, if you were to
Oh,
pick
this current
between
match? Okay.
Kumzang Chekat and
Um,
average 31.
Not gonna lie, I would go with CRCK because they like to run it down, and it's been a while since
I
I've
really
just run
like
it
that
down.
play style, but I am a fan of average 31-year-olds conservative.
I just want to run it down. I just want to run it down.
I feel like average 31-year-old will shine on this map. It is their pick after all, so surely they have something in their mind that they're cooking here.
There's definitely a Yugiri. I'm definitely expecting a Yugiri here.
And you know how we're talking about CRCK. Wait, CRCK is not the one that goes all in with their pushes, though, right?
Yeah, now that's what they've been
Average-
doing. Average 31 is the conservative one.
Oh, then yeah, CRCK is the one that picked defense on this map, which is interesting then. Seeing how aggressively they played base 404. Them
Average
picking
31's defense.
Are they like
Average 31's defense. Yes, sir.
that?
Average 31 is defense right now.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, because Shobi, Siwu are part of Average 31. Khan is CRCK. Anyway,
Pointer.
CRCK, double
Hanami,
marksman
Reichi.
is definitely not something I had on my list of things that they were going to play. I was expecting Amara. I was expecting like a sustain. No, we are seeing a double marksman, so they're going to be playing a lot. They're not going to hard rush as much as before.
Marksman on both
So
teams.
yeah, but no sniper. Khan is the sniper for this game here. If you ask me, it's all up to Khan in order to actually full-on win this match. Having a sniper on your team kind of puts a bunch of pressure on that one sniper here. So we're going to have to see what happens. Looking at the defensive
Bobby is
spread.
very scary. Like in one blink of an eye, he's
演出马上就要开始了。
so it's a
各位，
direct
准
threat
备好了吗？
to Khan's
Uh-oh, bit of a
sniper
late,
here.
bit of a late,
2
late ascent to B here, but it should be fine. See, they're not even hitting B in the first place. Here is a bit of poke damage going out from Measure Orion. You can still
Alarm
get hit by
trigger.
headshots. 2 alarms getting used here, one from each team into the mid connector, or at least the mid entrance. Interceptor is used, not even a threat of an actual push here, and Interceptor is down already. No Ming Orb getting expended. So Ryan is trying to find something. Here's the push. Velo is here. Wind nades are getting stopped, but the Interceptors are there. Velo finds the kill. Just kidding, it wasn't even Velo, it was Measure Ryan, but the trades have gone out. Chaos on the field, 3v3, 3v2, but it seems to be in anyone's favor here. It doesn't matter. Bam is so close to death, he cannot move. He tries to go for a nade, but that cost him his life. 2v2. Where's the bomb? Is the bomb? Who is the bomb with? Yep, they do have the bomb. This is gonna plant the bomb. They should have probably tried to push up now,
即将为公演增添最璀璨的
considering
色
that
彩。
planting the bomb turns it into a 2v1 for a very short time. And, well, Trophy is found. Khan is looking for it. There's the Q. There's a headshot from Khan. Look at that.
一切就还
And
有
it
希望
seems。that both respective members from CRCK were able to win their ones during that bomb plant scenario, finishing it off going up 1-0 so far. They made that pretty convincing with a team comp that consists of a double marksman. So good on
Unfortunately,
them.
they couldn't make full use of the double marksman as seen. Cyan doing 4 damage.
Well, that is a part of what
演出马上就要开
makes
始
you
了
a，double marksman team comp. Sometimes one of your marksmen just can't get anything, and that's completely fine. It is the first round after all.
2、1，
And with that, it doesn't seem that there is no... Yeah, too early to judge, and too early to judge on how to change the defensive composition here. Defensive spread, as we see Average 31 not really making any major adjustments. But this time, though, Siwoo is here to try to find something. Try to assist in any of these pushes into mid or into A if possible. Uses an arrow. There's the wall. Interceptor getting used. Now, is there a cross? No cross. Wow, you would think they would cross because there is... CW doesn't have Awakening 1, but they just don't... They just decide not to. Note is expended, wall is expended, and there goes a bunch of util. It seems that every single way that CRCK look to go... Wait, no, they have another knife. They have another smoke. They're gonna run right through. Here's the ice. This is a bit of a problem for CRCK, as Average 31 look for any sort of kills necessary to win the round. There's the trades going out, and in the eyes it seems that Average 31 have CRCK right where they want them. We're going up to 1-1 here. A bit too hasty. CRCK went in right into the ice and went right into the impending crossfire after the crunch. Took them out right in the eyes. And, well, I just find it a bit odd that they didn't go mid. They did not go mid, and now that they have, now that CW has Awakening 1, mid's a lot hard
演出
to
马上
hit.
就要开始了，
Because the entire idea
准备好了吗？
is that they have a Michelle turret there to
4、
get that slow and make it a free pick.
2、1，
But who cares if there's a Ricci wall in the way, not allowing the rest of your team to snipe that one guy that's hit by the turret. So now mid is a lot hard to actually hit into. B is open though. No one's at B, but they don't know. CRTK just don't know that no one's B. It's a bit unfortunate. The scan is out. With a bit of deduction, they can just know that B is completely open, that no one is there. Troby needs to show himself to confirm the info. Siwoo is looking for anyone mid. Presence is shown all around the map. If only they knew. Chamuk hears the rotates. So it should be confirmed, but there's a bit of a problem because CW sees the way back. They're pushed back onto A. Sam is looking to throw his smoke, but the wall confirms the supposed mid-hit. There's a knife. But there is a Michelle turret in the way. A bit of a 1v1 poke fight between Sam and CW. Here's the smoke. And there is the wind nade and the ice and all of the util getting dumped. This has to be a mid-hit now. It needs to be a mid-hit. It is not wise to go into A unless they take that wind tunnel. And they're still trying to go in A. There's 40 seconds left. They've missed their opportunities. B was so open earlier on in the round. But now they have to go right into A, where everyone else is. Khan is going to stay alive. He's not going to get pushed up. But the wind nade, Khan punts Khan, but he's able to make his way through. There's the wall. Khan misses a shot, unfortunately, on the CW. We're going to go into a bomb plant situation. Mighty Mao is available. Now the question is, does it get used? Yes, there it is. There's the ice. Here's the book from Chambuk. There is going to be the sand tube off of the bomb plant. 3v3. Bomb plant on the ground. Reses are going out as well. In the safety of sand tube, Toby looking to try to find some sort of pick into the unknown, but the bomb is getting defused. That's not what you want to see. Khan's looking to find the free headshot. Chambuk immediately destroying Measure Orion, and the last two members don't have enough time. But wait a minute! They've been defusing the bomb! I didn't even notice! They didn't have the crossfire for it! And what in the world? The ninja defuse! You would never expect that! I didn't expect that! Counter-Strike, Ninja Defuse, and strinova is not something I had on my list either. What? All right. So we are going into a stolen
演出马上就要
round.
开始啦！
Oh my
准备好
god.
了吗？
Average 31 completely stealing the round thanks to that mighty Meow
2,
Blast.
1
And knowing where the rest of them are, they were all hiding. All of CRCK was hiding in that sand tomb. Though they didn't want to actually go out of it for its safety. Uh-oh. And well, they got punished by it for just plain positioning, Con. For 3-1. Here comes the push. And as we see, the fight is already happening on the side. Troby is getting pushed, Phantom Flutter Pop. Shield Surge in response. Showtime in the response. Bombs on the ground. Troby finds the bomb. Can he look for more? No, he cannot. He gets immediately beamed away from his, Oh, what? The rest of the team is just doing wonders. It seems that CRCK had this covered so far, but it is a 3v2. Anything can happen. There's a frostfall on the ground. The EMP is still going out. There's no abilities, but it seems that with Siwoo gone, Measure Ryan is left in a 1v3. He can't find that much more. He does find a lot of headshots at the Chabuk. Finds one. Is there a res? No, res is not possible. Flash is going out. Any pieces of Yuto going out. There's the win nade as well. Measure Ryan doesn't know if they're resing, but because of the fact that he did get the EMP earlier, it's now come down to this. Here comes the res going out. He goes through the wall. They know he's there. He goes for the beam. He tries to go for all two of them. Sword in his face. Can he finish him off? Impossible. He's running around the pillar. And the flamethrower finishes him off.
炸弹安装完毕。
2-2 CRCK fire right back. Telling Average 31, you stole our round. Now we steal it back.
Set out a bait and they walked right into it.
Two ultimates on the field. It is a Sanctified Shield versus Sky Shatter.
演出
Right
马上就
now,
要
for
开
as
始
small
了
as，it is
各位
possible
准备好了吗？5
that Siwoo just completely opens it up, this round up with a single Sky Shatter here. It is harder though on this map, considering that it is a bit more open than normal, so Sky Shatter won't have insane value unless they get caught in a certain place, like let's say A main. But we'll have to see if that happens. There goes a bunch of Utana getting thrown, Wind Nade getting used. Jamu does get CC'd. Sky Shatter popped early. It's the support Troby. He's trying to run away. Should be all good though. All good though, since the Sky Shatter did get launched high, so it doesn't really affect anyone. Troby is scanned. He needs to back up. The alarm is slowing him down, but he stays alive. A bit of poke from CW. He's fine as well. A3 Nobunaga. Measure Orion's already there on the B push, but Troby just won't let them breathe. There's so much pressure. Now it's CW. They know. Wind Nade getting hit. CW is out in the open, but the two immediately down. Famicom are gone. CW does get traded. Multiple flamethrowers. 3v3 getting used, but Troby quick on the draw. Finishes off Chamuk as well. But Measure Orion. A1 Nobunaga keeping him alive,
一切
so
就
that
很
the
有
rest
希
of
望。
his team can clean up after him. Average 31 able to utilize that A3 Nobunaga pretty damn well for that round, allowing Measure Orion to TP all the way to B in order to stack the site faster, which worked out in spades considering where Measure Orion placed that pylon, all the way in back sight, all the way in that long LOS angle, allowing him to get as much value as he can on the run-in and on the actual fights that were happening on site.
Go!
Now, a problem though, there is a lot of ultimates, a lot of good ultimates on the side of CRCK. Both controller ults available.
How they use it.
Early Wind Nade. Early Wind Nade getting used here. Wallace plays big arrow though. It's an A3 arrow, I believe. Yeah, they're going A3 and they're going right into mid! Right into C, who needs to run away! But now it's going into A again from mid! And now they're pushing everyone out! But the blind on the Chamuk!
He doesn't know what hit him. Measure Orion insta beaming him as well. A snipe as well from Khan. Instant trade back. Showtime getting popped. Troby trying to stay alive away from the sand tube. He does find a couple of hits, but here is the EMP.
璀璨的色彩。
But no one gets immediately hit by it. Troby's trying to find something. Fizz gets hit. The narrative is gone. Clearly a 3v3. Bombs on the ground. Khan finds a body shot.
Ryan Velo, very stealthy.
A lot of damage. Fam looking for something impossible. Troby tried to stay alive. He does. It's a sniper against 2. Headshot from Khan. Seals the deal into this 1v1. Now it's up to Khan to look for the second one.
一切就还有
And
希望。
Khan finds a shot in spades. Sealing it up to 3-3. Tying it up once again. What a round from Khan. What a round from Measure Orion. Some insane plays happening for both sides. That round there. Insane. Absolutely insane. Absolutely mental. Going on to this next round. 2 ults per side.
Hand-to-hand combat.
马上就要开始了，各位准备好了吗？
The sniper. Terrifying.
4、3、
I guess you do not want to go close range.
He's playing Kanami like Madalena.
Pretty good. A lot of damage onto Measure Orion pretty early on. That's not something you want to see. If his wind nade gets denied in any way, oh, there goes his wind nade. He is dead to rights if they decide to push this, but it's all good. There is ice right behind him. The bear is ready to get pushed out. Bilo pushing out early, confirming that the bear is there. And Measure Orion staying alive. He gets to get free poke as much as he wants. Khan isn't even looking for him. Troby shows himself. Khan is looking at the LOS sightline. See if anything hits here.
Frantically holding the gate here.
Neck over Cyan. Looking to place a wall. Doesn't know where to place it yet. It's been placed. A3, Nobu gone. But they don't destroy the pylon.
谁人敢来与龙相伴？
Shield surge, both ults getting used. Ice getting placed on the ground. A1 flight from the middle makes the peak a little weirder
增添最璀璨的
to
色彩。
handle, and it gives the entirety of CRCK a way into this round. Phantom Flutter getting popped as a return. Neko Cyan on the ground, but there's the trade onto Siwoo. Chamu falls as well. 3v3 once again. Troby looks for more. There's going to be a crunch. 2v3. Can Fab and Fizz is any sort of damage. They're getting sorted in the corner. There's not much they can
Barely
do.
alive with 1 HP, but gets taken down by a knife. The team will
The
make
bomb
their
is
way to the
sticking,
bomb.
but they're good. They're good.
They're good.
All good. Fuck.
好水啊！想来梅克一直在为你提心吊胆呢。
Cornered, isolated,
上半场最后的
and
表
then
演了，
taken down.
稍微
one
调
by
整
one.
状态，继续前进吧。
This running for his life with 2 HP. While his team scurrily tried to fight 3v1.
Han doing work right now. That's exactly what you want to see for this team comp. One of your marksmen doing
演
absolutely
出马上就要
bonkers.
开始啦！
Going absolutely
各位，
crazy getting
准备
these
好了吗？
snipes. Getting these clutches out.
4、
That's what you
3、
want to see
2、
in double marksman team composition.
Go！
Imagine Orion isn't any worse. His way of holding a sight down and then fully utilizing his ability there. Tanking every single damage up.
A3. We got that TP from Metro Orion. Uh-oh, the wind is also... It is a bit separated. Metro have gotten a lot of damage, and it seems that Troby has picked up the kill there. A lot of damage. Sky Shadow even getting used. A bunch of ults getting utilized. Making sure to try to confirm the round. Currently at 4v3. Push right on to Siwoo. But Siwoo stays alive for a trade. 3v2. Oh, not 3v2. 4v2 here. Khan looks for a kill if possible. Neko Cyan on the pillar. Bomb carrier down the ground. Khan is blind. He looks Oh, and Measure Ryan just in his face to confirm 3-5 for the first half.
Everywhere you go, you see his face. Who is it? It's Midget Orion coming to finish you off, sealing this half. And now it's time for them to go into the attacker's side. Picking a sustain, picking a controller.
Marksman.
2 controller. No marksman. It's crazy, and we see a
Double
Galatea.
marksman on the side of double marksman from CRCK, which is interesting.
Hey, you
They've
told me there wouldn't be a
completely changed up their
Galatea.
playstyle. Space Lab does run a Gala. I don't think I've said that there isn't going to be a Gala specifically. It's just that
No,
I mean
you
like
said
no
you
one play
haven't- no one plays it, right? But here we are.
rather from CRCK. CRCK doesn't play Gala. So I didn't know that. Well, Vilo plays. I didn't know that Vilo plays Gala. He's even going the right
Vilo
nades and the right setup too. I was not aware of your game, Vilo. All right, we're gonna have to see what goes on here. It seems that the defense have pinged the vent, or is that the attacker side? Not sure. But because there is a Gala in the field, Kana is going to be looking at the vent to look for the Gala card right over there. So it is going to be a bit of a change to the defensive lineup here. Oh, never mind. Kana just goes onto the ground here for damage.
Early scan, no
If
shot
possible.
from
They're already
Nekusai.
backing up. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Can Nekusai find this? Yes, he can! Oh my goodness, what a kill on the Vilo, but he can't finish it off, so Vilo stays alive. What a snipe and a read from Nekusai. He knew that the vent card was coming. He was awaiting for it. And it paid off. Vilo reeling from that one, but he can have the chance to card once again, but it is going to be very weak as he only has 50 HP to his name for any sort of A play here. He has to wait it out if possible. No fragrance either, so he cannot regen his HP. Might be an A hit. Yet again, wait. Is this an A hit? Yes, it is. TP in as well, but the wind nade! The wind nade and the crossfire come in. Vilo's out for the pound for this round. Crossfire's happening. It seems that the entirety of Average 31 immediately fall. They've stayed too long in the choke. We're inside the Yugiri smoke, and it's just clean up from here. 4-5. Average 31 able to fight back here. Or not average, CRCK able to fight back. They can make this close. Now the question is, can they take this game to bring this to map 3? Or are we going to see Average 31 get their bearings with this Gala and finally be able to make it in?
演出马上就要开始
I mean,
了。
Vilo
Finally
never
start their-
really
get
got
their lead
to
in.
准备好了吗？
perform his best, so
4、
just getting started. What impressed me was Nekusai's ability to lock down people and predict these plays.
It seems that he won't do it again. Vilo is going to be lurking in mid this time. Does he see it? Yes, he does. A nade? Oh, ink nade in his face, but unfortunately it's a bit too late to actually fully make use of. He could have gotten, he actually could have gotten more damage, but just by simply shooting him. Anyway, gonna be mid pressure into an A hit here. Chaos is everywhere. Gala in B. The rest are looking into A, pressing, and now the weak spot is mid. As Pabuk has like no HP, but he's hiding. But now, oh, he got found. He was able to get found, and he does go down and gets confirmed. Khan from behind, looking to find some damage if possible. Can't find anything. Wind nade stalls. CW though stays alive.
CW is down to 15 HP as well. Han is gonna try to pick up
炸弹安装完毕，将为公演今天最璀璨的色彩。
and his team is following him up into that push from cover.
5v3. 5v3 smokes going out, scans going out. They know that there's not a lot of people on top side here. And that now it is going to be a cleanup from here.
Push in. It's not gonna help the Giri out.
Full on cleanup from here. Not much they can do. Khan putting a shield bubble, looking to fight inside of the bubble here. Finds one.
一切就还有希望。
Can't find the rest. A technical pause has been called. I don't know if it's in the rule book that it is available.
It is.
Is a technical pause allowed or not?
for up to a minute, if I remember. Or maybe not.
Are we able to tech pause or
演出马上就要开始了，
no?
各位准备好了吗？
Surely it's in the rulebook, right?
四、
Yeah, it is in the rule
三
book.、
二、一，Go！
There we go. Okay. Well, that's a bit awkward.
Like,
That took a
it's
little bit
only
too long
allowed
for the
a
tech pause,
minute,
but
so.
yeah.
A
be
really awkward moment. But this really gives us a break, a moment, an opportunity to take a breather from all the chaos that we saw from last
well, I see
round.
why the tech pause was called.
Did they
Yeah,
disconnect?
Necoscience got disconnected. Something just killed his computer, very likely.
Okay.
So we'll give him a.
the chaos killed his computer. All that fighting in the cubby, all those visual effects blinded him and his computer, most definitely causing his entire PC to crash. But we will see him back again.
It is only a minute though, so he has to come back within this the supposed minutes, or the game will continue without him here. He will be able to join during the round while it's happening.
Thing is, Nekoscience is pretty much a fundamental member as a Kokona. His role is to ensure his team stays alive, as well as locking down this long area that average 31-year-old that keeps pressuring on.
And we're gonna have to wait a little bit longer. I'm not too sure.
Wait a little bit longer. We see Flavia down in mid, usual. Last time we saw that happen, they were beamed down to 3 HP. They couldn't, their firepower just wasn't enough to stop them from rotating. So I don't know what their game plan is, running the same thing over and over again. Then again, there
Has been
isn't
working out so
really
far.
much to change other than ability usage. It seems like we're just gonna have a one-on-one, me and you, without the game screen.
Amazing.
Amazing.
It is what it is. It's gonna be like that for a
It is
while.
It will be like
Although-
that for a while until Nekoscience comes back. We are quite merciful. We want to see Nekoscience perform onto the strinova series, so that each team is satisfied with their winnings and losings. Because bear in mind, this is a single elimination bracket. One loss and you're completely out of the tournament, while the other team is one step closer to winning the grand prize of 10,000 bablos. They may not be able to they may not be able to pay your bills, but they will definitely get you that new Michelle skin that's coming up very soon.
Ah. Oh yeah. I'm surprised it is a Michelle skin. Why is it a
Really?
Yeah, I thought it was a Chio. I thought it was a Chio skin.
It's
Like
a
that would just
Michelle
make sense.
skin.
Like I don't know why we're
there
like,
can
going back to
never be
Michelle.
too many Michelle skins. And you never know, they might just release 2 skins at once at some point. Oh, my wallet is gonna die if that ever happens. I've already
What?
spent too much in this game.
We're gonna have to see that later. I don't know why I'm here, but I'm here. Okay. All good. Well, Science is still. Oh, Science here, so the game can start. I don't know. I don't know if
game can
they've
start.
confirmed.
Game can't start, but I'm waiting for the screen to switch.
Really. All good. Game has started. We're going into this round. Once again, 4-6. Once again, if you weren't paying attention, Average 31 with the advantage here. They're currently playing on attack. CRCK on defense. Gonna be a hit going in. Whitney's going out. A bit too much of a reaction though.
An overreaction as they make their way over to mids. Fizz and Chamak. Down in mid,
at-
locking
oh,
it
look
down.
at
But
that.
gets scanned, gets slowed.
Velo is... Wait, Velo might catch him off guard. Oh my god! Velo, lucky to be alive. Almost gets an insta headshot from Neko Cyan. What a threat that was. Velo does make it onto site, though. Interceptor on the ground. Able to get some damage on the Fama. Quite a bit, though, too. Smoke bomb getting used. And Velo is just being as aggressive as he can without the Ming here. Flamethrowers going out, but the rest of the team is here. And with that, Chomuk falls. Siwoo falls in the trade. But it seems that, yeah, well, that's guaranteed. Average 31 got to your team right where they want them.
And the shot from Neko Cyan takes
距离战斗
down
结束还剩40秒，
mid-air.
炸弹安装完毕，即将为公演增添最璀璨的色
In this
彩。
1v4, not much he can do. The best he can do is just run away and play for his life. But here he's just
Or
gonna
he does more.
he's gonna look for some sort of damage if possible.
一切还有希望。
I just find it interesting that we're just giving the enemy ult points. Like, okay, understandable.
It's fine. And they all have their ult anyways.
It is what. Who killed Neko Cyan that round? I didn't even notice.
I didn't notice either.
I wish
All
I could
saw is
tell.
that
I
Neko
wish I
Cyan
could tell.
got- I wish there was a kill feed. Why isn't there a kill feed?
Kill feed, what's that? I don't know what that is.
演出马上就要
Oh
开始
yeah,
了，
what the hell is a kill
各位
feed?
准备好了吗？
It's 2025.
4、
We use our eyes.
3、2、1。
All good. Anyway, here is the A hit. As a
And
default,
Lockdown
rather.
misses a shot, gets blinded by the smoke, gets scanned immediately. Util's coming down. They're not pushing in. Oh, he sees the card. He sees Velo. Shoots them on
Unfortunately,
the
the
body,
card-
100 damage.
Unfortunately, the card was misplaced. It landed on top of the box here. But, oh, here comes the push. Both wind nades are expended through that interceptor. One does get put down, though. Already too
Oh.
late, however. All the wind nades are gone. They can re-hit A if possible. Velo looking to get a free 1v1. TP's out. As well, Velo finds two here. Who does he shoot at? Oh my goodness. Oh, stays alive for a bit longer. He's distracting as many people as he can, but they don't really care about his presence. Going to be
Joby
a
makes his way
complete
to
B hit.
site. All alone,
Siwoo
taking
does
down
fall.
Louis Pham on the way.
Siwoo does fall. Fam is gone here. But they do have themselves... Oh, wait, did he even plant the bomb? There's no bomb plant. Uh-oh, Velo is just trying to 1v1 the sniper, and here comes the crossfire. Velo's looking for something, and unfortunately, Neko Cyan isn't able to finish him off with any sort of body shot or anything like that. Velo's gonna stay alive.
Chomuk standing right behind him.
Khan
Missed all
is
his
looking
shots.
for anything. He does find one. Velo's low HP, but Khan can't stay here for long. Right into the middle of the sand burial. Bomb is getting planted. Khan looks for some sort of damage. Flamethrower trying to find CW. Yes, he does. Now it's a 3v3, but Khan has taken out a lot of his own HP. Same with Fizz. EMP going to get popped, but is this enough time? The smoke is here. They know where everyone is. Fizz gets himself scanned. Here's the 1v1s, depending 1v1s. Ruby is looking for a fight. Currently a 2v2. Fizz finds his one, but he has so little HP. The bomb is ticking. And with that, it's all up to Metro Orion, who is able to quickly and swiftly
现在是关
use
键
his
时
HP
刻。
advantage
And it's
and
match
swiftly
point.
end it.
Match
match
point for
points.
Average 31.
Oh no, we see CRCK on the ropes. Are they able to bounce right back? Are they able to clutch it up? Or are we going to see Average 31 move up into the semi-finals?
演出马上就要开始了，
Have the
各位
meow.
准备好了吗？
It's now or never. They have to
4、
step up their
3、
game
2、
and turn the tides to their favor. This might be the last time we see them. Nice shot from Neko Cyan onto Velo.
Cyan gets a good shot. Chomuk trying to go up as fast as possible. Unfortunately, the crossfire wasn't there on Chomuk, so he does not fall. He tries to go for a one with Troby, if Chamuk falls here, it is a bad sign for this
Khan,
round.
118.
Oh, here comes Fam as well. Uh-oh. Oh, my goodness. Weird stuff going on. Velo having to back up. It's going to be an A hit as Neko Cyan and Khan. Oh,
Down to
no!
sides, taking down Khan.
Khan taking a bit too long. Here's Venom as a response. All the ultimates are getting popped for this singular round. And here comes the res onto Khan. A2 pylon doing work. Siwoo and the rest of the team trying to hold the main space. Trying to stay alive if possible. And here comes this a weird crunch. Wait a minute. Cyan misses the shot. Troby is looking for something. There's the A2 blind. He has barely any HP whatsoever. The crunch is happening. Is this over? Is this match over? Yes, it is. There's a final res. And Average 31. Average 31 are going to make their way into the semifinals. Unfortunately, CRCK are kicked out of the knockout stage, and they're going to be sent away from the tournament. Sent home? I don't even know what to call it. Like, sent away, sent home. You get the idea.
I mean, they're already playing this from their houses, unless they're not, which would be quite awkward. But let's say they got sent home, wrapped up with a present of some Bablos as compensation for attending the Ayatori tournament. Do remember, viewers, that there is a giveaway going on, though it's too late to join the giveaway. If you were a participant playing in the group stage, you have a chance of earning 480 Bablo crystals.
Alrighty, I believe with that should be the one game that is able to be shown today. I'm not sure if we are able to do another. Yeah, I've been told to wait, so...
No, another game. This is the only game for today. Komzang Heiket sent back to their houses, literally turning into burnt fried rice, which is the literal translation of their name, by the way. We saw some
interesting
cool plays. Cool plays from Khan, cool plays from Neko Cyan. Cool plays from Chamuk. But they were just not enough to hold back Average 31's game. They didn't know what was in for the store. We honestly thought Average 31 would lose, right? What was their prediction?
Not sure.
Like we definitely rooted
after the
for...
first CRCK did pretty well on their attacker side. Their defense lacked on specifically Space Lab there. They were too what's the word? They were too liberal with their win names. They need to be more conservative, mostly because of the fact that they are misreading certain cues and are thinking that the hit is coming, but then they use their win nades on something that doesn't really matter whatsoever. So they just lost all their win nades, especially during the times where they threw like 2 to 3 win nades at the same time. So that just completely cucked their defense there. And well, we saw what happened. It turned into an 8-4 in favor of Average 31.
Well, it's time for the match stats. Let's take a look at the match stats over here, which should come to no surprise that Khan holding down the angles, Neko Cyan helping Khan out, Fizz helping Chamuk down in mid, while Luis took care of A side all alone, or B side, whatever that is. B side all alone.
Yes, sir, and good job to Average 31 for running it down pretty damn well. I wouldn't say that the interceptors are all like amazing, but it did force CRCK to replace their win nades here and place them in different positions instead onto the actual A entrance instead of the A choke. So we're going to go ahead and check our MVP for this game here. I don't think it should be a surprise though. Okay, never mind. It is a surprise this time. I thought it would be one of the Ming players, but Measure Orion does make sense here. A lot of damage from Measure Orion on that defense half. He was able to hold down. He was able to fire freely too, due to the fact that they did have better win nade usage. Even though it's not as good as like let's say like CN does their win nades, but it was enough to allow Measure Orion to freely peek onto the A main choke without really getting punished, which is a bit surprising considering that they did, I believe, CRCK did have a sniper for that half in Khan, and Khan was able to get quite a bit of clutches out, but Khan was just not able to find Measure Orion on that. So Measure Orion was just able to start farming that damage and just completely frag out. And because of that, he has earned this MVP for this match. And make no mistake, his narrative was insane too, but it was not specifically the highlight of that attacker's side. His Nobu was definitely the highlight of his defensive side here. And that is what gave him the MVP. So good job, Measure Orion. Good job to Average 31. And you guys will be making it up to the semifinals. Unfortunately, CRCK has been taken out of the tournament. Good play, GG from CRCK. But that is the last we're going to see of them for this tournament here today.
And this
and
is
I believe
also the last that you'll see of us, because this was the final game that we would see. Game 2 hasn't been scheduled yet, unfortunately, due to some team issues, but we will try to keep you posted whenever that happens. Until then, tomorrow, we'll see you tomorrow. We'll play through the semifinals. And it will be your hosts, Snowy and Kiers, dubbing over all these matches.
until then, we'll see you. Goodbye.
We'll let you know who wins among Lucky Stars and balling in for Boblos. So,
Sure.
see you soon.
Real. Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
I'll miss
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
See you
Bye-bye.
tomorrow.
I'm dead.